What's up guys, welcome to Daily Refinement. Today's video I want to talk about why selling expensive items is killing your eBay store. If you guys have never been here before, my name is Chris. I'm a full-time reseller, and in this video I'm going to go over the concept of average sale price. Average sale price is the total revenue that comes in from a sale except for sales tax. We're going to break that down in this video, so please smash the like button, consider subscribing. Let's get into it. So before we get into the video, a lot of people think that selling expensive stuff means that you'll yield a higher profit margin, and in most cases that's not the case. From what I have seen over the last 5 years of talking about full-time reselling for a living, the majority of people who make a full-time living, this is $1,000 a week profit or more, their average sale price including shipping is between $8 and $30, including shipping. So you guys know I do some work with drop shipping companies on eBay. Over 50% of the items on the entire platform sell for $12, including shipping, and 90% of the items on eBay sell for $30 and less, including shipping. So everyone that posts on Instagram that they have over a $30 average sale price, it's pretty common. There's a lot of categories that have that: shoes, electronics, jewelry, watches. Those categories all have over a $30 average sale price. But in my experience, that's not the easiest way to build a full-time income, because those items are more difficult to find and the profit margin is usually smaller and the sell-through rate is usually slower, which means you have a lot of capital tied up in your inventory. Now, it is sexy because you can post on Instagram a really high amount, but that's not accounting for the items in your inventory that haven't sold. So from my experience, a lot of people with those high dollar amount in sales have tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars tied up in their inventory, and they're not really profitable enough to create enough cash flow. Usually people in that position aren't their primary income, meaning usually they're living off of somebody else's income, and this income that they're bringing in is secondary because their companies are profitable, but they're not generating enough money to actually live on. So I want to go over in this video a couple of examples of how selling different types of items produces different margins and how that affects the average sale price. All right guys, so I want to go over looking over the eBay solds and how to determine average sale price. Now, average sale price is not profit. So people think that a higher ASP means more profit. That's not necessarily true. So in these 6 examples, they're all different prices, but they all average out to $26 ASP, which is the number, the revenue that you receive minus sales tax. Minus sales tax. So when you're checking the eBay solds, there's actually not sales tax built in. So here we have $24 free shipping, $26 free shipping, $28 free shipping, because some people do free shipping. Then we have 16 plus 10, 14 plus 12, and 22 plus 6. This ends up all being the same. So if you average $24, you'll be a little bit under market, and if you're at $28, you'll be over market. So this is how you come up with average sale price, which is the amount of money you get for the price of the item plus the shipping cost. So it includes both of those numbers. So if you want to Google average sale price, that's what the definition is. Now, it's a bit confusing because sales tax is also charged to the customer, and in most states, eBay collects this and remits it for you to the state and county for you. So you don't have to do that, but it's important to recognize this is part of something that you need to understand, because that's how eBay's fees are calculated. So when they collect that money, they charge you a fee to collect that money. And it's really important to understand that, because the more expensive your items are, the more sales tax there is. And the more sales tax there is, the more fees there are. Also, I'm going to go over in a couple of examples later in this video where selling the same exact item for $20, if it's priority shipping versus first class shipping, you actually make 50 cents less profit on priority shipping, because you're paying extra fees and extra tax on the cost of the shipping. So we're going to go over that right now. So I've made this example for you here, guys. That's $26 ASP, which is average sale price. But you'll see here on the screen, it actually shows $27.95. And that's important because that's what the total amount collected by eBay is. You'll see here $1.95 is collected by eBay and remitted as sales tax. So after the sales, shipping, and tax, you're left with $16.68. We're assuming that the item costs $5 here. The shipping is $6 because this is first class mail. I always round up. So if my shipping is between $4 and $6, I use $6 so I can be more conservative. On all of my bills in my business, I actually like to overshoot a little bit in case something comes up, because it's pretty common that something does come up. For example, if you have a little bit of cushion on every single one of your categories, in case there's an unexpected return or there's an unexpected expense, like maybe your storage rate goes up, you've already accounted a little bit of cushion and you'll still be okay. So in this example, you end up making $11.27. Now, this is really important because a lot of people sell items for $20. So this is $20 plus $6 shipping, which is shipping that you pass on to the customer. Now remember, if the shipping costs $6 and you charge the customer $6, you lose money on shipping. Now you need to understand that because eBay charges tax on that shipping, and that total amount, tax plus shipping, gets a final value fee. So on that $6 that you charge the customer, you only get like $5 of it. So you don't make money when you charge the customer exactly what you pay for shipping. And this is really important to understand because it encourages you to find items that are less, that cost less to ship. So we're not going to skip to the next example, which is selling the same type of item. This is a new screenshot. $20 sale price again, but instead of $6 for first class shipping, it's now $10 because this is priority shipping now. So we've upgraded to priority shipping, and this is maybe shipping in a Tyvek envelope or maybe using cubic shipping, but priority mail honestly is usually more than $10. I'm just using the average because sometimes you would use a padded flat rate envelope, and those are a little bit less than $10. So we're going to use 10 for this example, and you can see here on the same transaction, you're making $10.77, which is like 50 cents less. So you sold an item for $20 plus shipping to one customer, another item for $20 plus shipping to the other customer. You charge the customer shipping in both examples, and in one you make 50 cents less. This is why it's so important to look at how different people run their businesses. And the majority of people who are successful on eBay, to be honest, are between the $10 and $20 plus shipping model, and they use first class mail. That's like 9 out of 10 profitable businesses on eBay follow that exact model. When you start getting into more expensive stuff, the cost of goods is very high and the cost of shipping is very high, and your average sale price might go up, but so do your expenses, and your margin and total profit go down. Also, more expensive items, depending on the category, typically take longer to sell because less people can afford it. Like I said, 90% of customers on eBay are spending $30 and less, including shipping. And as you guys know, we're currently in an economic depression or recession, you could say. So on the lower end, people are spending less money on things that they don't need. Now, obviously in the super upper echelon where people are making more money because of the recession, those items don't have this same rule. Like a rare jet might be worth twice as much now because there's more rich people who can afford it and they're not making any more jets. So on super rare items, this is kind of the opposite, but for the common item, and for most people trying to make a living selling common items on eBay, you have to understand that priority shipping versus first class shipping could mean the difference between you making a profit and you losing money or breaking even. And if you spend all your money on priority items, when you end up selling them, you net less. So just think about it. I recommend you infuse at least 50% of your inventory with first class items, less storage, less handling costs. First class mail is much cheaper than priority mail. And again, people don't factor in all these costs. Like priority mail items, not only are they heavier, they take up more space, harder to ship. And if they don't fit in the USPS free supply section, you end up spending more money on expensive things like boxes and tape. So I personally try to stick to all things that come in the free USPS boxes because spending 50 cents or $1 or $2 on a box can really add up. So average sale price, again, is the total revenue coming in minus the sales tax. So it's really confusing because hearing total money come in sounds like all the money, but it's not. It still has some exclusions. So just like everything on eBay, you really need to pay attention to these numbers. And I know some of these videos are very complicated, but it's really important to pay attention because understanding your numbers is the key to a foundation to building a super duper profitable business, but it just starts with one single item. That's why my video on how to make $10 profit was very popular, because most people have never broken down every single fee on a transaction to figure out how much money they're really making. They're just saying, I bought it for 10, I sold it for more than 10, I should be all right. which is not the right way of doing it. That's just like putting your head in the sand. That's not the right way to understand how to build an eBay business. So I encourage you guys to join our Patreon group, patreon.com/theresourcepodcast. If you guys have more questions or need more hand-holding, go into the group, type in your question, tag myself or my colleague Tech and Sports. We will show you exactly what's going on. And if you have any question, no matter how beginner, no matter how advanced, we can help you answer. So he's doing $5 million a year total in sales across all platforms, and I'm doing about 1.5. So we don't know all the answers, but for the most part, we can answer pretty much any question you have on how to grow. And we can explain why you might not be making as much profit as you thought. So in the morning call this morning, Isaiah was going over his numbers, and with $18,000 a month in revenue, he only had $1,300 cash flow at the end of the month, even though he was profiting $9, $10, $11 per item. So he was making a good profit per item, but because he was growing his store, he was actually listing 28 new items a day, but selling 16 to 17. So selling a really, really good amount versus how many he was listing, but because the cost of 27 shoes is so much, he was only making just a couple of dollars per pair. If you count in all of that money into the cost of goods, all of the money from the items that hadn't sold yet. So hopefully this video helped you understand how the fees work on average sale price. So appreciate you guys. We'll see you in the next video.